Now, next chemical reaction is double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. This double displacement reaction may be defined as a chemical reaction in which there is an exchange of ions between the chemicals to form new products. See here, a chemical reaction in which there is an exchange of ions between the reactants and new products are formed during the reaction. So when a chemical reaction occurs between two chemical substances such that the ions get exchanged or interchanged between the molecules to form new products with new properties. For example, suppose that two solutions, aqueous solutions of barium chloride and aqueous solution of sodium sulfate are taken in two different test tubes. When one solution is added to another, means suppose that an aqueous solution of sodium sulfate is added to the aqueous solution of barium chloride, a white curdy precipitate gets appeared. Means a water insoluble substance, barium sulfate, is formed. Here, what happened? There is an exchange of ions between barium chloride and sodium sulfate. The sulfate ion is received by barium ion and chloride ion is received by sodium ion. By doing so, two different chemical substances, that is barium sulfate and sodium chloride, are formed. Sodium chloride is a water soluble substance, but barium sulfate is water insoluble material. That is why it appeared as a white precipitate. So this is a double displacement reaction. Means if there is a mutual displacement of elements between the two reagents, is called double displacement reaction. Let us consider another example, that is silver nitrate solution. If an aqueous solution of sodium chloride is added to the aqueous solution of silver nitrate, a white precipitate of silver chloride is obtained. Here, sodium and silver ions are exchanged. In the same way, nitrate and chloride ions are also exchanged between the two reactants. That is why a water insoluble white precipitate of silver chloride is obtained. The entire solution becomes white because sodium nitrate is a colorless water soluble substance, or material. So these reactions are the examples of double displacement reaction. Now let us come to another topic, that is related to the relative reactivities of the elements. We have already discussed about displacement reaction. In displacement reactions, you have already observed that or studied that one element displaces the another element. Just like when zinc granules or iron filings are added to the blue colored aqueous solution of copper sulfate, the color of copper sulfate fades away after some time. It has happened due to the displacement of copper ions from the copper sulfate solution by more reactive metal ions, that is whether zinc or iron. Zinc is more reactive than copper. Similarly, iron is also more reactive than copper. So, more reactive metal or metals displace the less reactive metal from its salt solution. This reactions has already been taught. On the basis of relative reactivities of the different metals, scientists have prepared or proposed a series of elements depending on the relative reactivities of the metals. This series of different metals arranged in a vertical column on the basis of decreasing order of their reactivities is known as reactivity series or metal reactivity series. Just like the most reactive metal among the different metals taken into consideration, the most reactive metals like potassium. Potassium is placed at the top of this series, and in the same way, less reactive metal is arranged just below, one under other. Suppose that among the different metals like potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, and so on. So, the reactive metals like sodium is much below than the highest reactive metals, potassium. So, below the potassium, sodium is placed. Below sodium, calcium is placed. Below calcium, magnesium lies in this series. In the same way, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, barium, zinc, iron, lead, mercury, and below this, copper, silver, gold, platinum. These metals are arranged from top to bottom. From top to bottom in the decreasing order of their reactivities, chemical reactivities. What do we mean by chemical reactivities of metals? Metals have a common tendency to lose electrons. Means metals are reducing in nature. The elements having tendency to lose electrons are said to be reducing element. So, metals are reducing in nature. Now, the relative reactivity depends on the ease with which a particular metal lose its electrons. So, higher the tendency to lose the electrons from the outermost shell of the atom, more is the reactivity of metals. That is why more reactive metals lying above in the series has tendency to displace the other metals lying below this series from its salt solution. So this is the metal reactivity series. In this metal reactivity series, hydrogen is also included. What is the reason of including hydrogen in this reactivity series? We know that hydrogen is not a metal. It is a non-metallic element. Even then, hydrogen has been placed in a mid position of the reactivity series. How and why? It is because the hydrogen is a reducing element. Hydrogen can lose electrons as well as gain electrons. In common chemical reactions, hydrogen has tendency to lose electrons and form H plus ions. So the metals having greater tendency to lose electrons as compared to hydrogen are placed above the hydrogen in the reactivity series, and the metals having lower chemical reactivity are placed below hydrogen in the reactivity series. So hydrogen is a boundary line element which separates the elements having greater tendency to lose electrons than hydrogen and are placed above hydrogen, and the elements having electron losing tendency less than hydrogen are placed below hydrogen in the reactivity series. You can see here the reactivity series, although it is mentioned in the book. See here, for example, in this metal reactivity series, metals reactivity series, potassium is placed at the top. Below this potassium is sodium, then calcium, magnesium, barium, zinc, barium, aluminum, zinc, iron, Fe, Pb, lead, hydrogen, and below this hydrogen Hg, Cu, Ag, Au and Pt. This is the metal reactivity series which includes potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, barium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen. It is the boundary line element. Then mercury, copper, silver, gold, platinum and so on. Although there are so many elements like metals mostly, but all metals are not included here. The most common metals are mentioned here, which are to be studied by us. So most reactive metal, potassium, has been placed at the top and the least at the bottom. So as we move from top to bottom, the reactivity of metals goes on decreasing. And see here, this hydrogen is placed below zinc, iron, lead and so on. What are the characteristic features of this reactivity series? The first one, when the upper element or the upper metal is placed or added to the aqueous salt solution of the lower element, means less reactive metals, it gets displaced by the more reactive metal. But in reverse or contrast to this, if the metals lying below in the reactivity series is added to the aqueous salt solution of the metals lying above it, cannot displace. For example, if we add zinc into the ferrous sulfate solution, iron is lying below zinc, so zinc can displace iron from ferrous sulfate solution. But if iron filings or iron nails are added to the zinc sulfate solution, zinc will not be displaced. Why? Because zinc is more reactive than iron. So iron cannot displace zinc, but zinc can displace iron. In the same way, you have already studied about different types of chemical reactions here and different examples of this reactivity series, that when zinc granules are added to copper sulfate solution, when zinc granules are added to copper sulfate solution, zinc displaces copper from copper sulfate solution. But if copper filings are added to the zinc sulfate solution, if copper filings are added to zinc sulfate solution, copper doesn't displace zinc from zinc sulfate solution. So from this we see that more reactive metal displaces less reactive metal, but less reactive metal cannot displace more reactive metal. See like this. CuSO4 aqueous plus zinc, ZnSO4 aqueous plus Cu, reddish metal. Here copper is displaced by zinc, but if we perform the similar experiment in reverse way, that is, if we add copper ZnSO4 aqueous plus Cu, no reaction occurs, no reaction takes place, means copper has not a tendency to lose electrons as compared to zinc. So the reducing nature or reducing power of copper is less than zinc. Thank you.